Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
We're going to set. Mark 57. All day. All day. I want to flare. I want to flare.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
6-6. Pull it high. Tackle. Check. Crunch.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Darnold completes it, and down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check 13. Check 10.
Darnold from the gun. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Here we go again. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Slap.
To throw is Darnold. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And right away, he lost the football. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. A dump underneath to Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They fake the give. Now Wentz on the move to his left. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel if they have a really good first drop.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down now, Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley, 54 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Sunday, 46 down, man, 5-4.
Here's Wentz to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Darnold, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check 9. Check 9. Check 50. Check 50. Hey, I got him. I got him. I got him. That's me. Check 31. Check 31. Red 80. Twist.
Now it's Darnold. Got a man open. It's Ross. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Check. Red 80. 22 jet bomber. Mike, check. 59.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Watch the screen. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
On second and 9, Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Interception. Red 80. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. And it's caught. First target, first catch, and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, second and goal. On second down, Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, bring us in a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Wentz gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Play action. Now Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. After the interception, here's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
57's run. I'm coming. Man, 80. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Washington. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Here's Dobbs to throw, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Tight right. Hey. 4 down. X3. 218.
Off play action. Patterson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, Delta. Ready.
On 4th down, Patterson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
From the gun, Patterson. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Patterson completes it to Coleman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking to throw. Patterson throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Patterson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw. Patterson. Incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Washington. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, ahead, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the